Hello, how are you? I'm Sandy from movementisbliss.com. Today we have a yoga for runners practice. I am a runner. I've ran about 7 half marathons, I believe, and countless 5Ks and 10Ks. I was supposed to run a marathon this year, but because of COVID, that's not happening. So today I want to practice slowly so we can connect our movement with our breath, give our bodies a nice stretch. With yoga and running, we want to not practice strenuously. And I say that because running is strenuous in itself. If we are doing speed work, hill work, some of us are also weight training and core training. So we don't need our yoga to be athletic too. We need our yoga practice to complement our training. So if you can do yoga maybe about twice a week, that would be really good for your body and also for your mind. We know running can be very mental, it can be mentally challenging. So you can use your yoga practice on the road or on the treadmill, wherever you are running. So let's get started. Let's get into a comfortable seat. We call this Sukhasana. Legs are crossed. Place your hands on your thigh and sit up straight. So feel yourself grounding through your sits bones. Your spine is nice and long. If it feels good, close your eyes. And that just helps with the grounding sensation and mentality of our practice. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale out of the nose. And do that again. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Continue to breathe deeply. And as you're breathing deeply, bring your awareness to what's happening in your body when you breathe. Feel the belly expanding. Feel the ribs expand. And when you exhale, just let it all go. And do a full body scan. How are your legs feeling? Are you holding any tension in your upper body? How about in your face? Sometimes we clench our jaws or the space between our eyebrows. Let's use these next couple of moments to set your intention for today's class. So in yoga practice, we set intentions before we begin movement. That is also something you can do before every run and every race. Set your intention. Your intention can be a positive quote. Maybe it could be a positive word. You can create your own mantra. For example, when I'm running long distances, my mantra is, my body is fresh, my mind is clear. And I just repeat that to myself. So create your own mantra if you'd like to, and continue to repeat it. So we're setting our intention. Now let that thought of your intention go. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Deep inhales into the nose. Deep exhales out of the nose. Let's do a few more. As you're breathing, continue to scan your body. If your eyes are closed, blink your eyes open. Okay, let's get started. We'll begin with a neck release. Move your head to one side. If you're mirroring me, it'll be your left. So we're just stretching out the opposite side here. Instead of bringing your shoulder to your ear, just bring your ear to your shoulder. Inhale, bring your head up. Exhale, stretch to the other side. Good. Inhale, bring your head up. Good. On your exhale, big circles with the torso. Just warming up our spine here. Doesn't matter which direction you go because we are going to switch. Let's do about 4 more. Articulate the spine when you are backwards. C curve. Good. Let's switch directions. A few more. Keep breathing. You can slow it down and go much slower if you need to. You can linger in a particular spot if you need to. Good. Wherever you are, let's come to a neutral spine, sitting straight up. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand down and stretch over. Again, if you're mirroring me, it could be your opposite hand. We'll do both sides. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your other hand down. Stretch over. Glue your sits bones to the floor. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, place your hands on the floor. Walk your hands forward. So we're giving ourselves a nice little stretch here. Breathe. Release any tension in your shoulders. Inhale, walk your hands up. Big exhale. And switch your legs. So if your right leg was in front, switch it so your left leg is in front, or vice versa. Next stretches again. This time I'm starting my head to the left side. Again, bringing our ear to our shoulder. Maybe feel a gentle stretch down of the opposite shoulder. Inhale, bring your head up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift your head. Big exhale, circles again. And just as I stated before, when you are doing these circles, if you feel like you need to linger in any position, maybe in the forward, whichever feels good, you can do so. We will switch to the other side. Now, big circles from the waist. Couple more, keep breathing. Wherever you are, let's find a neutral spine, sitting straight up. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, place your left hand on the floor and reach. Lateral stretch. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your other hand down. Stretch to the opposite side. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, place your hands on the floor. Walk your hands forward. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. We're moving slowly with intention. Walk your hands up. Good. And now let's come to a tabletop position with our hands on the floor, knees are on the floor. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Your knees are lined up right underneath your hips. From here, stretch your left leg back and lift. Now bring your right hand forward, thumbs up. Bird dog, also known as spinal balance. And bring everything down. Right leg stretches back, lift it up. Toes are pointed towards the floor. Bring your left hand up, thumb towards the ceiling. Breathe. So we're activating our core here. And regardless of your movement, bring everything down. Activating the core is really important. Before you run, before you do yoga, before you lift. Left leg stretches back, toes pointed towards the floor. Right arm up, thumbs up. Good, switch. So before every race, before every training run, I like to activate my core. Switch. A few more. Keep switching. Our gaze is down and ahead. So we're keeping a long, elongated neck. Bring it down. Switch. Our core is activated by bringing our belly to our spine. Switch. This is our last set here. Last one. Good. Place your hands down. Tuck your toes. Come into a bear hold here. Just lifting your knees off of the floor. This is also really good for your core here. And bring it down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Breathe. We have one more. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Place your knees down. Untuck your toes. Sit back into a child's pose. Our goal is to bring our head to the floor if you can. If it doesn't reach, that's okay. If you'd like, you can grab a yoga block if you have one, or a bolster, and place it underneath your head. Hold here and breathe. Inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands up. Let's come to a low runner's lunge. Right foot forward, left leg on the ground. We have a choice here to pad our knee with the yoga mat. So you just fold it over and provide some padding for the knee. You can also grab a blanket, place it right under that knee. So we're in a low lunge. Walk your hands up. We're stacking our knee right over the ankle. And if you'd like, bring your hands all the way up. Still activating that core. Deep breath in. Elongate the spine. Exhale, open twist. Keep breathing. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, either twist open with your hands at your heart, or you can create a little bind here, bringing your elbow down to the outside of your right leg. Still breathing. Inhale, let's rise up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Hamstring stretch. Lift the toes up. Bring your right hip back slightly. Stretching the back of the legs. A couple more breaths. With each exhale, can you get a little deeper into the stretch without forcing yourself down? Good. Walk yourself back to your lunge. Bring your right leg back and switch. Left foot forward. If you'd like to pad the right knee, let's do that now. Stack your left knee over your left ankle. Walk your hands up. Option to stay here or bring your arms up. Breathe in. Big exhale. Inhale. Breathe out. Inhale, elongate the spine. On your exhale, open twist. Inhale. Breathe out. Again, deep breath in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, bring your arms and torso forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist, or come into this little bind with your right elbow against your left leg. Keep bringing awareness to that front knee. Make sure it's still stacked over the ankle. Still breathing here. Inhale to release up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Hamstring stretch. Toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Bring your left hip back. With each exhale, again, just get a little bit deeper without forcing yourself down. If you ever feel sharp pain in any yoga pose, get out of the pose, come to child's pose. And I'll just give you time to rest and reset. One more breath in, one more breath out. Back to your lunge. Release the legs. Bring both of your knees down. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back. This is called toe stretch. If you're running, if you're human, basically, you should be stretching your feet. And this is one way to do it, especially runners. All of that weight bearing and all that forceful movement with our feet, we need to make sure we're taking care of them and stretching them out. Keep breathing here. Give a few more breaths here. If you need to take some intensity off, bring your hands to the ground and then meet me back up. Bring your shoulders away from your ears by rolling them back. You're doing great. One more breath. Big exhale. Place your hands on the floor. Bring your hips up for a downward facing dog. Spread your fingers really wide here. Glue all knuckles to the floor. Press your torso towards your legs. Allow the heels to drop towards the floor, and it's okay if they don't touch. Bring your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Take a breath. Bend your knee into your chest. Place your right foot between your hands. Walk your hands up. Use this time to make any adjustments with your feet. Stack your right knee over that ankle. If you feel wobbly, widen your stance. So bring your left foot out to the side more. Bring your arms up. Inhale. Big exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. On your next inhale, get really tall and long in the spine. Exhale. Twist open. Twisting to the right. Still grounding through the feet. Core is engaged. And bring everything to the front. Transition into your warrior two. Continue to bring that right knee over that right ankle. Breathe here. Keep grounding through the feet. Gazing over that right hand. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Bring your left arm overhead. Side angle pose. You have an option to stay here. If you have a block, you can place it in front or behind your foot and bring your hand down to that block or even the floor. Up to you. Inhale. Exhale back to your warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your left foot in. Make some more adjustments. For pyramid pose. Right foot is pointed straight ahead. My left foot is about 11 o'clock. Inhale. Long spine. Exhale, bend from the waist into pyramid pose. And place your hands on the floor or blocks. Allow the head to drop here. Energetically bring that right hip back. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, stretch a little bit deeper. No forcing, no pain. From here, place your hands on the floor. Walk that right leg back and readjust yourself into your downward facing dog. Press all knuckles into the floor. Fingers are wide. Three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. On your exhale, bring your knee to chest and place your left foot on the floor. Make any adjustments with your stance as you bring your upper body up. And bring your arms up. Hold here and breathe. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, open twist. Breathe in. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring your arms up, face forward. Exhale into your warrior two. Adjust your feet. Left foot is forward, knee stacked over that ankle. Strong arms. Gaze over your left hand. Ground through the outer edge of your right foot. Breathe. Feeling really strong here in the legs and arms. Bring your left forearm to your left leg. Bring your right hand overhead. Side angle pose. Again, choices: if you have a block, you can place it in front or behind your foot. You can also place your hand on the floor. You can also stay here with me. Continue to breathe. Inhale. On your exhale, bring yourself back into your warrior two. Place your hands on your hips, straighten your legs, and bring your right foot in. Left foot is facing straight ahead. My right foot is about 1 to 2 o'clock. Get grounded through the feet. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, bend from the waist, pyramid pose. Bring your hands to blocks or the floor. Bring your left hip back. Breathe. With each exhale, get a little deeper into the pose. Now pay attention to what's happening in your front leg. We want to be careful not to hyperextend it. So I have a very small micro bend in the front knee to protect it. Place your hands on the floor. Walk your left leg back into your downward facing dog. Inhale. Breathe out. Breathe in. And exhale. Back to that bear hold, bringing your knees down. Good. And back up. 3 more times. Breathe. Two more. So we're sneaking in some core work. Last one. Downward facing dog. Move into a plank. Spread the fingers wide. Hold. Hold. Breathe. Bring your knees down. Shift your weight forward. Bend from the elbows. Keep your arms in. Lower all the way down. And come into a cobra. Breathe. One more breath. Tuck your toes under. Push yourself up into a downward facing dog. We're going to do that series one more time. Bear hold. And straighten. 3 more. Breathe. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more. Downward facing dog. Transition into your plank. Hold. Good. Bring your knees down. Keep your elbows glued to the floor or to your body. Shift your weight forward. Lower all the way down. Come into your cobra or upward facing dog. If you're an up dog, place your weight on the tops of your feet. Don't sink into the shoulders. Really press into the floor with your hands. And transition into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Look at your hands. Bend your knees. walk your feet to the front of the mat. So I'm in a bent knee forward fold. Release the neck here. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale to rise. And big exhale. Good. Let's move into our balance series. Shake it out. Come to mountain. Palms face the front. Deep breath in. Big exhale. Inhale. Arms rise. Bring your right knee up. We're balancing here. So while we're balancing, find a focal point on the wall. That's called your drishti. Helps you balance, helps you focus. Bring that knee down. Mountain pose. Breathe deeply. While you're in mountain, you want that sense of grounding through the feet. You really want to feel what's happening with our heart rate and our breathing. That helps us guide our practice. That also will help you guide your running. We honor our body and whatever we're doing. Good. Inhale. Lift your arms. Left knee comes up this time. Grounding through that right leg. Drishti. So we're focusing on a point. We can also focus on a point while we're running. Find a tree, maybe a hill. We're focusing on that. Bring your leg down, arm down, back to your mountain. Ground through both feet. Scanning the body. Place your hands at your heart. Lift that right knee up as you ground through the left leg. Push that leg back. Toes pointed towards the floor. Warrior 3. Hold. You can also do Warrior 3 against the wall. Again, focal point. Your focal point might be on the ground this time. Activate your core and the pelvic floor. Good. Bring that leg down. Mountain. Tadasana. Moving on to the other side. Place your hands at your heart. Shift your weight to your right leg. Come into your Warrior 3. Left leg is back. Toes are pointed towards the floor. Finding your drishti. Activating your core. Again, you can do this at the wall. Bring your leg down. Mountain pose. Bringing your shoulders away from your ears, still grounding through the feet. Bring your hands to your heart one more time. Another balance here. Lift your heels off of the floor. Find your drishti. Activate your core and pelvic floor. So we're working on balance. We're strengthening our feet and our ankles. And we are going to transition into a toe stand by squatting towards the floor. Bring your hands down at any time that you need to. Hold the toe stand if you can. If not, we can transition it onto our bottoms. Good. Place your hands on the floor. Good job. And sit back. Coming right into boat pose. Place your feet on the floor. Straighten your arms. They can stay here or you can grab behind your thighs. If you'd like, you can bring your feet off of the floor. So find your Navasana boat pose. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Release. Cross your legs. Fold over. Releasing the hips and back here. While you are down here, take a look at your feet and your legs. Take note of which leg is in front. Continue to breathe deeply. Walk your hands up. Other side. Well, Navasana one more time and then we'll switch to the other side when we stretch. Come to your boat pose. Hold. Your feet can be on the floor. They can be lifted. They can even be straightened here. 2 more breaths. You got this. Good. Place your feet on the floor. Cross your legs. Bring the opposite leg in front this time. Fold over those legs. Walk your hands up. Good. Swing your legs around. We are going to come onto our bellies. Place your palms on the floor. Rest your head on the floor. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lift your torso and legs off of the floor for locust pose. Keep breathing. We're strengthening our low back here. You may feel some activation happening in the glutes, back of the legs, upper body. Place your torso and turn your head to one side. Place everything on the floor. Let your legs just fall out. Taking a quick rest here. As runners, we need to really honor rest when we can. Honor our rest days. Honor restful poses. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come to your locust pose. Breathe. Keep breathing and rest. Place your head on the other side. Let the legs fall out wherever they'd like to. Place your hands in line with your chest. Tuck your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, push yourself up into a downward facing dog. We are going to transition into pigeon pose. Bring your right leg forward. Place your right knee by your wrist. Your left leg is straight. Top of your left foot is on the floor. So this is pigeon pose. You have an option to stay upright here, Or you can lay over the leg, place your head on the floor, resting your head on your hands. If this pose does not work for you, this is what you'll do instead. You will come onto your back, cross your right leg over your left, and stay right here. Thread your hands through and hang on to your left thigh or your left shin. And if that still doesn't work for you and it feels more comfortable here, you could come here. So find your pigeon. Take 2 more breaths. And transition into your downward facing dog unless you are on the ground. If you are on your back, just place your feet on the floor. If you're in downward facing dog, bring your left leg forward. Right leg is straight. Top of the right foot is on the mat. If you're on the ground, cross your left leg over your right and bring your legs towards your body if it feels good. If you're in upright pigeon, you also have the option to bring your torso and head down to the floor. Pigeon is good for stretching out the hips. A lot of us get really tight in the hips. Continue to breathe here. We have about 2 more breaths. If you are in upright pigeon, transition back to your warrior 2. If you're on your back, place both feet on the floor. If you're in downward facing dog, bring your knees down and come to a seat. And if you are on the floor, just roll over to one side, push yourself up, and come to a seat. Now everyone will bring the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your ankles. Sit really tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come to bound angle pose. So while we're here, we can do a scan of our upper body. We may not realize it, but sometimes we hold a lot of tension in our upper body. So do that scan, bring the shoulders away from the ears, release the jaw. Two more deep breaths. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bring your legs together. Shift over to recline. Good. Bring your knees to your chest. Good. Place your left foot on the floor. Straighten your right leg. Recline hamstring stretch. You can have a bent knee here. That's perfectly okay. Some of us may want to experiment with stretching our left leg down. If we're doing that, we just want to make sure our pelvis is glued to the floor so we're not lifting and twisting up. Really breathe here. Taking extra care of our hamstrings. Again, scanning with the upper body. If you feel yourself crunching up, bring the shoulders away from the ears. Bend the right knee. Place your foot on the floor. Bend your left knee. So both feet are placed on the floor here. Inhale, bring your left knee to your chest. Exhale, straighten that leg. Slight micro bend in the knee to protect it so we don't hyperextend. You can have a bigger bend if you need to. Deep breaths. Now straighten your leg if you'd like to. See what's happening here. If you feel yourself pulling off of the floor, bend that knee right back. Place your foot on the floor. Good. Bend your knee. Bend your other knee. Place both feet on the floor. Take a breath. We are moving on to bridge pose. So check to see if you can feel your heels. So the thought is we want our heels close to the bottom, our bottom, as close as possible. Place your hands on the floor. Deep breath in. On your exhale, come to bridge by pressing our hips towards the ceiling. Walk your shoulders together. If you can, grab your fingers, make a fist. When I say make a fist, I mean interlace your fingers, making one big fist. Keep pressing your hips towards the sky. Keep breathing. Inner thighs are moving towards each other. Keep breathing. Good. Release your hands. Walk your shoulders out. Roll your spine down, back to the floor, slowly. Take a moment to breathe. And breathe out. Bring your arms to a T. Bring your knees to your chest. Let your knees fall to the left for a reclined twist. Both shoulders are glued to the floor. If it feels good, you can look over to your right hand. I invite you to close your eyes if you would like to. We are coming near to the end of the class. And as we near the end of the class, I just want to invite really grounding breaths into the body. And sometimes closing our eyes can help us ground. Bring both knees to your chest. Exhale. Twist to the other side. Again, both shoulders are glued to the floor. If you need to, maybe walk your hips back to the center a little bit. You can look at your left hand if it feels good too. Maybe your eyes are closed. breaths. Inhale, bring both knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. And on your exhale, let it all go. Find your Shavasana, corpse pose. Your knees can be bent or they can be straight. Place the hands on the floor, palms are facing up. If you'd like, you can try making cactus arms. And you might like that, or you might like straight arms. So find your Shavasana, get really comfortable. Make any adjustments that you need. If you have a blanket nearby, you can use that blanket, drape it over your body. Maybe closing your eyes. So Shavasana, some teachers will call this the most important pose of the class. Some people find this the hardest pose, the most challenging. That's because some of us need to learn how to just be without any thoughts, any judgment. So as runners and as yogis, let's take this time to appreciate just being. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Begin little movements with your fingers and toes to gently wake up your body. From here, you can stretch really long, stretching your arms up, stretching your legs, and bring everything in. Giving yourself one final big hug, big squeeze. From here, roll over to one side. Use your bottom arm as a pillow for your head. While you are resting here, send some gratitude to yourself for getting to the mat today, making time for you. Place your top hand on the floor, push yourself up, and come to your seat. Good. Place your hands at your heart to close out practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.